Well, good morning, folks. George Adventure here. Monday morning. And I'm sitting here looking at a beautiful sunrise right in front of me. So today is Monday morning, my Monday morning talk, my Monday morning inspirational talk. Just kind of wanted to do a random talk, and I've talked about this before, but I've talked about over the years going on storms, hurricanes or big tornadoes or ice storms, and how, just things that you see in your experiences, some of your experiences when you go, kind of, you carry them with them, carry those memories with you your whole life. I mean, they impact you a pretty good bit. So went on Hurricane Katrina, and I was gone for a month. And me and Miss Linda hadn't been married too many years, maybe 2 or 3 years, and maybe probably not even that long. And if we were even married, I can't even remember, but it's been so far back. But so we stayed a month, and they would tell us, after a couple of weeks, I'd say, yeah, y'all probably go home next week, and next week you'd get here, and they'd say, yeah, you ain't going this week. So we literally stayed a month. So what I did was, when they told us we were going to travel home, so I didn't tell Linda. I just called her that morning, told her, I said, yeah, we down here working and blah, blah, blah. And I didn't do it to be mean. I did it to surprise her. So we traveled on, and so I thought I was going to go up. She worked in downtown Dallas at a law office, so I got home in time to where I could go by there. So what I did was, I didn't go inside her office. Where her desk was at had a window, and you could look out, kind of in a little courtyard like thing where the air conditioning, all that stuff was at. So I kind of eased around, and she wasn't expecting me to be there, and so I eased around, and I could see her in the window, looking down like it's some papers or a computer or whatever. So I just kind of eased around, and I kind of got up under the window there, and I stood there, and I just stood there, and she glanced over and saw me, and next thing I knew, she was getting up. So she came running around there, and that's probably the best hug I've ever had. She was very happy to see me, because I had been gone, and I hadn't been away from her since we got together for that long. It was a month. But she was thrilled, and that's probably, if not the best, one of the best hugs I've ever gotten. And she just grabbed me and squeezed me, and just kind of cried, and it thrilled me. But I guess when you're gone that much, your loved ones miss you, but we had traveled down there, and a lot of times they'll reroute you different places, and so we got rerouted to a place in Mississippi called Moss Point, Mississippi. So we get there at dark. It was dark when we got there. So they had this hotel lined up for us to stay in. So we get out of the trucks, and the hotel didn't have any electricity, and it was in a fairly rough area. And we had corporate security with us. So they would stay up all night, make sure nobody got into trucks and stuff. So we go into the hotel, and there's no lights, a bunch of vagrants hanging around and stuff. And this hotel was pretty pretty bad. It was a pretty bad hotel. So so I get up, because they always pair us together. They put us together to save money. So, and there wasn't always a lot of room, so you'd be two men per hotel room. So we got up to me and another guy got up to our room, and of course there's no lights. We got flashlights and stuff. So he goes in there. He said, well, I'm gonna go ahead and take a shower. So he goes in there. So he comes back out and he said, man, go in there and look at that. So I went in there, and the bathtub was about half full of dirty, I wouldn't say muddy water, but dirty water, like it was like a brown colored water. I walked back out and I said, well, I ain't sticking my hand down in that water. So what we did, we just basically we were so tired, we just laid down, and I didn't even take my boots off. We just laid on top of the bed and just went to sleep. We were so tired, we didn't even have to, so we didn't get a shower. So I got up the next morning and we stopped, me and him, and so you have to kind of improvise on stuff to get by or to survive sometimes. So we had 2 or 3 cases of bottled water on the back of the truck. So we found us a patch of woods, and we just backed the bucket truck up to the woods, and we took turns. I got back there and I kind of undressed, best I could, and got me a box of terry white napkins and used the bottled water to pour on my head, pour all over me, and wash off several bottles of water, and that was just like a thing, we did, and you wet the terry wipe and kind of wash yourself off, and when it's 95 degrees and 90% humidity, that little bath feels good, so it definitely makes you smell better. So I got it back in the truck, and he got back there and did his thing, and so we were ready to go. So we drove to the staging area, and when you go to the staging area, you just sit there, wait on you for them to send you somewhere. Things were damaged so bad in Katrina. It was like you couldn't really. There was a lot of places you couldn't even put people's power back on because everything was tore up. There was nothing to put the power to. So we'd spend a lot of time, rolling up wire, cleaning up, cutting tree limbs and stuff. We do a lot of that. And, we would talk to people, talking to a lot of people. And a lot of the people, they were very kind to us because they knew we were away from home. They were kind to us, and and we would give them, we would get extra snacks because the staging area had water. That's where you got your lunch for the day. That's where you got your snacks. They'd have pallets of like candy bars and honey buns and any kind of snack you can imagine. So you'd load your truck up, that because you're usually out 16 hours. You definitely had to have bottled water because it was so hot. You had to hydrate. You would die if you didn't hydrate down there because you sweated so much. But so we would give some stuff away to the people down there, because a lot of them lost everything. Excuse me. There was a lot of people that didn't leave, which I didn't understand. Then they ended up getting killed, and they would be in the rubble. And when the storm surge came through, after the winds came through, it'd wash all the rubble up in the piles, and there'd be dead bodies in them piles. So all in that whole area of Gulfport and all, it just smelled horrible. you know, bodies floating in the water and stuff. You know, we watched them pull a body out of a canal or whatever it was, and you know, and it stuff like that, it really makes an impact on you, you know, on your life, kind of, you know, when you see stuff like that, you know, different just stuff, you know, and stuff hanging from trees, and you know, stuff just absolutely demolished like a nuclear bomb went off without the fire, you know. But you know, we met a lot of people. We'd go into neighborhoods, you know, some neighborhoods wasn't really tore up that bad, and they just didn't have power, and we'd put them back on, and you know, they'd always offer us food, you know. Now, they just went through a hurricane and they're trying to give us food. Sorry folks, the pollen's kind of bothering me this morning, but they would give us food, you know, and you know, that would make an impact. That made an impact on me. It's like I've told this story before, and I think I've told it on the video, that the first morning in Moss Point, I went down to this, I'd say it was a subdivision, but it was kind of one of these that, you know, the houses had like 2 or 3 acres with them. And we went down this road, and the road dead end, and you know, these people lost everything. Their houses were still there, but that water came in, that storm surge came in, and it was 5 foot of water in their house. So, you know, you can't even put people's electricity on until they get an electrician out there and, you know, rewire the house and all that stuff. But there was a lady that, you know, had that shrimp boat. She had a shrimp boat that had washed up, and it was leaning on her house. You know, she asked us if we knew somebody to get that shrimp boat off, and I said, no, I don't know anybody. I'm not from here. I said, best thing to do is call your insurance company, you know. So she went in the house and came out. She had a green Tupperware bowl about this big, and it was full of ivory soap. And she said, here, I want y'all to have this. And you know, I said, no, I don't want to take your stuff. She insisted that we took that soap. So we took it, you know. She was so persistent about it, so we took it. We handed it out, you know. But you met a lot of people like that. Of course, you did see people fist fighting when there wasn't no gas. Just people's emotions were pretty bad. You'll see that in these you know, natural disasters. You see people handle it different. You know, some people didn't prepare, some people did. That's why I always tell people, keep your gas tank full, and it's storm or not, you know. And I tell my wife the same thing. When you get down to half tank, fill it back up. Keep your tank full, because you just don't know. You just don't know, especially nowadays, especially in the culture we live in now. You don't know. You may wake up one morning, there's no gas. But anyway, that's my story. I'm at 13 minutes, so just something kind of wanted to random. I just kind of wanted to talk about. But so I'm gonna tell you what I'm carrying today. Carrying a fixed blade. Carrying this very good knife company, Mantis. Fantastic knife. I love this thing. It's razor sharp. You can see it's getting some good tiner on it, buddy. Good tiner. I just ate an apple with it. Got this Rosecraft Coe River kayak. Got a deer horn, deer rack bead, and I got this bead from RDS, wood turning and acrylics, and it's the knife Brotherhood bead. It looks just like the decal. So he made that, and I appreciate him. I love these Rosecraft knives. I got an orange Saudi. An old Saudi. I always got a Saudi on me. You can count on that, always. Got that on me. Got that beautiful orange bone, Smoky Valley sunset. Carbon steel. Got some good tiner on it, folks. Good tiner. It ain't even tiner Tuesday, and I'm showing you tiner. I've got this, my pocket organizer as usual. Got that in my pocket. Of course, it's got a flashlight and an ink pen in there. And I got these Knipex pliers. And I'll tell you what, these things are one of the most handiest things, I guess that's the word, handiest things you can put in your pocket. I use these for a lot of stuff. I even use them sewing leather, pulling the needle through. Kind of gives my hands a relief, my fingers a relief. So, but these are handy. You'd be surprised what you can use them for. Just a good size. You can see the size of them. Versus this knife. Not too much bigger than this knife. But a great tool. You can open them up and close them. You'd be surprised what you can use them for, having them in your pocket. So that's my video today. Monday morning inspiration. Y'all have a great day. Cloudy today here, so y'all just keep your blades sharp. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you. 2,000 subs. I'm over 2,000 now, so I appreciate y'all, and all of y'all, any of y'all, the 2 people that won, I got your emails and your addresses, and we're gonna ship your award, not your award, but your drawing stuff you won. So we're gonna ship that this week. And I got Big J, I got you a big package together with some Knife Brotherhood, some new Knife Brotherhood stickers too. That'll be headed your way. God bless you. Have a great day.